Hello, everybody. This is another Usual Suspects, and you should consider this as a warning because you flipped the King of Cups, intuition, intuition, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, I cannot make this up. Well, I could, but it would be a lot more effort than I'm going to do. So I was thinking, well, gee, I should turn these over too because, well, let me back up for just a moment. I am still interested in the storyboard. And in fact, I was just watching another one of those AI videos about, well, it's full moon in Scorpio. And I was just sitting there watching it, vegging out on the animation in this video. And I was like, God, I just love those colors. And it was like, it's these colors. So I went back to the storyboard and I was like, well, let's do an experiment. And you know how I invented the Just the Facts Ma'am cards because I couldn't keep dude out of your reading. Well, what if so it's everything or nothing, right? Well, what if I found a better way to control it? So anyway, these are all regular cards. These are not tarot cards. These are just oracles. These are just the facts, ma'am, which we will be clearing with. And these are just the facts, ma'am, which we will be clarifying with. So we're going to have the whole story, okay? And then we're going to come back and look at it from your point of view, okay? We'll come back and look at it with the Just the Facts Man cards that he can't get into it, right? Anyway, we're going to try it. We're going to see how it works. So here we go. And I probably want to get these down a little bit more. It's hard to do this with the big card. I can't do it. Oh, I gotta take my glasses off too. So here we have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords. You just want to get away from him. You try and get away from him. Look at that. Listen to your gut. Soulfulness. He's killing your soul. The Lovers. The Seven of Wands. No is an answer. You need to get away from this guy. Maybe you're trapped. You have no faith. You don't. This is faith reversed. You think nobody's ever going to save you. There's no way out. Right? And then the Hermit. I'll be alone forever. No one's ever going to love me. That was in your other reading. And healing. You just want to be alone right now to heal. You're kind of emotionally numb too. You're cold. You don't know how to love. You don't trust it. And then we got the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. You kind of did it to yourself. You could have got out of this a lot. You should have left a long time before you did. But you know, hindsight's 2020, and let's talk about today. And you're going to gather your resources. You're trying to heal. You're gathering up what's left of you to see what can be put back together. Can we're going to rebuild like Lindsay Wagner. Can you hear that noise? Rebuilding. The Hanged Man, the lesson of the day, a different perspective about the Queen of Wands. What were your expectations back then, perhaps? What did you, opportunity? They may have seen you as an opportunity, but this is about the lesson learned and an opportunity coming toward you now that you have higher expectations of yourself. But oh my God, you barely made it out. That's a lesson learned. You're like a survivor, huh? So here, take a snapshot and, oh, these colors, these colors. Okay. And now, show me the desire to escape from this Knight of Cups. He's killing my soul. He's killing. It's a bad. I gotta escape. Trap. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Cups. You get away. You've come so much farther. You outgrew him immediately. That wasn't. That was false promises. That was not the happiness you thought. You didn't get what he offered was not what you got, and you didn't settle for it. You didn't just stay there. You didn't settle for less. You didn't accept less. So you put up boundaries between you and him. Maybe you filed for the divorce, but you're pretty despondent about it. You're pretty upset. You and your great big heart. It's been really hard. You tried everything you could out of faith, but Hardship breeds character. That's all I know to tell you. You put it in for all it was worth. You gave it your all. And now you're a hermit because you're trying to heal and recover. You never got back. It took a lot out of you. You put too much into it. Ooh, you put way too much into it. If there's another one here. But see, it was you and you. You putting into it and you putting into it. And you're doing it all, doing all the work. Made yourself sick about it. 8 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. Well, you limited yourself. I don't know why. Maybe that was the best you could get at the time. Or, well, no, this is your... Look, okay, look. Don't do what you've done. Don't do the same thing you've always done. Because you can open your eyes now. Don't limit yourself to what you went through before. Open your eyes. See this betrayal. Find a strength in this weakness. Gather your resources. Be strong because you know now. Now you know what you didn't know then, so you're not going to let it happen again. You'll win this time. There's the 7 of Pentacles again. You're not going to give in to this. You're not going to be... No, you're not going to be taken advantage of. You're going to be the winner. Because you're defensive. You're vigilant. You can't get me again. Can't get fooled again. Gathering your defenses. The lesson, the Queen of Wands. Oh, nobody is a better warrior than the Queen of Wands. And an opportunity is coming to you now because you've proved to be on the ball. And you're teachable. Teachable in spite of your arrogance. I am impressed. Learnable. You learned a lesson. You saw beyond your ego to learn the lesson, and that made you strong, which attracted in another peer, one more to your level. That's good because you had outgrown it anyway. You outgrew it. You would... Maybe it was in the other reading. You've really been ready to go for a long time. You've been looking for the next thing to do, the next project to pick up, the next project, the next interest, the next lesson, the next chapter, perhaps. The next new thing. I don't know. It seems kind of shallow. 9, oh my God, what have I done? But maybe it's a case of baby steps. Because, listen, so if it seems kind of shallow, but Spirit's really trying to talk to you here, then maybe it's fear-based and you should really just go inside and listen a little bit more. Maybe Spirit can calm you down a little bit too, and oh God. And you won't feel so very, very bad. You're trying to distract yourself from... You feel just awful inside. And all you want to do is be happy, but all these lies, you just discover more and more lies. It's such a betrayal. Such an utter betrayal. And now we're going to have a look at... Oh, let me stop here again and say what else I did. When we had all these listen to your gut and you're not, and all these swords and shit, because these are cards I usually don't have. This is the extra Just the Facts Ma'am card out because I replaced it with the background one. And this is If We Want to Hear from Dude. Okay? And these have both been shuffled, and I thought, well, I should turn these too. And I turned this one, and this is you all the time. You're hard at work. Nothing new there. Then I turned this one. Bear in mind, this is Dude. Bear in mind all those swords and all that gobbledygoo going on over there, because he's the devil. He mad I shut him up. Okay, back to this. Oh, the tea leaves. That's what we were doing. Yes. And this is also a Just the Facts Ma'am card. I don't remember if I said or not. I probably didn't, and I shouldn't be doing that. This is 3 decks with all the major arcana and all the face cards removed from them, all the court cards, because this is all about you. This is your perspective. This is your perspective. Scissors. Disappointment in some affair. This is from your point of view. Nobody but you. I should have said that. Nine of Pentacles reversed. You don't feel so good about it. I wonder if some of it's your fault. Ten of Cups. Could you have tried harder? If I had tried harder, I could be happy. I give up too soon. You still just cut that cord, sister. Cut that cord. Nine of Wands. You're never gonna know. You're always gonna have to be on guard. It'll never get better. Cut that cord. Always be stressed. Then we got getting together with friends. Stay on the couch. Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you can rent a room from them. Rent a trailer. Rent the basement. Five of Pentacles. Maybe y'all make up. Is it a frenemy? Does an enemy become a friend? Six of Wands. An enemy becomes a friend. I bet you. A frenemy. A frenemy with good advice and a big heart. Already been through what you've been through. What you're going through. Two of Pentacles. Should I show a question of do you trust them enough to confide? Well, that is the question, and only you would know. You're going to be wearing a different hat soon. Two of Pentacles. You could be off balance. You could be starting out robbing Peter to pay Paul. An uneven start. Just stay on your toes. You'll be wearing a different role. Different responsibility. A different job. Seven of Swords. Watch out for the liars. In the other reading, there's both a two-faced friend and someone who feels entitled to use you in any way that they feel. It's not entitled to anything about you so much as it is entitled to do anything they want, to behave in any manner, including lying. I'm sure it extends to everyone, not just you. You feel me? And it's devastating. So here's the lies again, and now you'll be playing a different role. New you, old you. Six of Cups. You miss them. You remember the good old days. Maybe they're trying to bring you back to the good old days with the same old lies. You feel me, sister? Eight of Pentacles. Well, you work too hard for that shit. Wow, what I got all these flippers here. Two of Pentacles again. Ten of Pentacles. And Eight of Wands. Communication. I'm about to knock this off. Okay. Show me a little bit more about the reaction to the lies. Seven of Pentacles. Look, buddy, you think I forgot? See, it's the same old lies. Never paid you back last time. No closure from last time. No evening up from last time. Nine of Wands. That's why you can't get fooled again, because it's the same old shit. They're going to come at you with the same old shit. Same old spiel. Same old... Oh, God, they can't even come up with a new line. And it just brings up old feelings for you. And you feel like a fool because you just wouldn't let yourself see the truth then, and now it's kind of like rubbing it in your face now because it's the same old shit. And the Eight of Cups, you leave. You walk away from that. Thank you, Spirit. Two of Wands, you choose yourself. You go, Donna Jean. Always choose yourself, always and forever. Thank you, Spirit. And now we're going to turn this final leaf here. And we have the Ace of Wands. You're going to do it on your own. The Ace of Swords. My goodness. Justice. My goodness. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and Justice. So it's going to be a good day for you. We have Solitude. And we have Communion. You're going to get right with God. You choose you. You want to be alone. That's what I've seen in the last two readings too. You don't really want to be bothered. Fortune. You've always been lucky. And you're willing to spend that. You're going to bet on yourself. You're going to take a risk. A risk that you have an estimated level of success at. This is the other reading. And you're pretty sure, you've been thinking about it a long time, and you're pretty sure it's what you want to do, and it's for you. You and you alone. Solitude, well, you and God. Solitude and communion. The cherry on the top is the Four of Pentacles. You withdraw from the world. You withdraw from this circus. Listen to your gut. This could be a very bad man. Something bad could, maybe you've already been through it and that's why you're withdrawn. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. I've said that so many times recently. I feel like you're very stressed in doing the bravest thing you've ever done. Ever. In the worst of circumstances. Here's your summary and status from Spirit is the Eight of Wands reversed. The device is full speed ahead. You hit a tipping point, and now it's like a landslide. Things have begun that you can't stop. A transformation of old you into new you. There is no more old you. You can never be old you again. You can't see what you never saw before and be what you used to be. You're coming out of restriction and bad timing. You're getting a late start, losing traction. Okay, so it's a rocky start. Like I said, it's fine. Just release, let it go. God's got your back. Aim for quick action. The news is coming, gaining of momentum. Like I said, you've started something that's not going to stop. Exciting times ahead. And then the I Want My Money Back Oracle says the sculpture of self. Didn't we just have this? Shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. Whatever that means. You're rebuilding yourself, right? Renewing your life, rebuilding yourself. A brand new, like Lindsay Wagner, like I said, tick, 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 that bionic stuff. Radiant vitality is filling my life. Say it in the comments. I'm renewing my life, and radiant vitality is filling my life. He's pushing a big box of clutter off the cliff. And then horse. I always think of it. Help. This could be moving too. You need help. You need a big, strong man. Strong back, weak mind. Yes, ma'am. Horse, freedom. You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society. Break free. Ask for the help that you need and run faster towards your dreams. If your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms into your life. And woo for you. If something deep within you tells you that something is not quite right, trust it. This is the card we had in the last reading. If you aren't happy in your life, change something. It is entirely up to you. Stop making excuses. You are in control of your own life. Okay. Bye.